Welcome to episode 5 of Lockdown with the Accies, where today I'm joined by Elise McCormick, Darcey Molly, Nicole Kearney, and as always, Bobby Watson. How are you all doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
So what have you all been doing to keep yourself occupied during this lockdown?
I've got a lot of uni work, like a lot. It's pretty much taking over my life at the minute. And then other than that, I've just been going out runs, walks, try to do some HIIT classes as well, like online HIIT classes. That's about it, really.
I am the same. I'm swamped with uni, like proper. Got so much work to do, and then I've just moved in with some of my pals, so it's not been that bad for me. I've been able to have some company that isn't my family driving me mental. And then I've just been doing some HIIT classes and stuff like that. They're the only things that are keeping me sane, to be honest.
I'm literally the same. I've been going out walks with my family.
Yeah, I'll join that category as well. I'm the same as well. How are you finding, obviously, the uni from home and working from home and stuff like that? It's shambolic in my opinion, but that's just me.
I work in a pharmacy, so I'm still getting to go to work, which is good. And I'm also allowed to go into uni as well 2 times a week, which is good. So I'm doing physiotherapy, so it's quite a practical course. So we're allowed 5 hours face-to-face a week. So I've got online stuff Monday, Tuesday, but I'm in on a Thursday and a Friday. So I'm getting a wee bit of normality, but I have got a 3-hour lecture class on a Friday where I have to sit with full PPE on, and it's pretty brutal. But at least I'm still getting to go in.
I hate it. Obviously, this is like my first year, so I've never actually experienced being in the uni, so it's brutal. I'm doing PE teaching, so literally it's the most practical course ever. That it's all just theory now. Like we're not even getting placement or anything like that, so it's crap. I've got no motivation to go to like any of the lectures or stuff like that. Obviously, I have been going, but no motivation to do it whatsoever.
I've literally just been doing PE live lessons from home, so that's been a bit odd, but it's a lot less work, to be fair. Like I've had a lot less to do, so I'm not complaining in that respect, but it's just a bit weird. Like, I don't know, strange. You're literally talking to yourself for like an hour. Like nobody says anything back to you. Like it's literally just you speaking to yourself. So
how do you find the written PE? Because I remember at high school when I done it, and it was the worst thing ever. You're just choking to get out and obviously out in the ground and just kick a football bit or something like that. You know what I mean?
Actually,
I hate it.
that was like my favourite bit of it. That was the bit I was best at. Like,
What,
so
the theory? I'm
so bad at like gymnastics and all that. Like, but
to be fair, the sports that they chose weren't very good. It was like basketball and badminton and gymnastics.
Yeah.
So
I did for when I did PE, I did higher PE, like standard grade higher PE at high school, and like I always remember the first like standard grade like third year, my mum and dad going up to see the PE teacher. It was like the end of the year sort of parents' night. And he was like, so Bobby's really good at team sports like hockey, and he's a good badminton player. Gymnastics, just forget it. He's not going to be a gymnast. I'm like, it was like awful, like trying to get me to do like hand flips over stuff, and I'm like,
I know, it was a nightmare.
I'm stalking. I'm never doing this.
I'm absolutely rotten at it. Like every time they try and get me to teach it, I'm like, I just go group balance mad. Like that's all I do. Like no flips, no rolls, nothing. Like.
Yep, so just moving on, we'll have a little look through all your careers so far. So we'll start with you, Elise, no order particularly. You made your debut for Accies in 2018 against Glasgow City, which obviously must have been a proud moment because not every day you get to make your debut against the reigning champions.
Yeah, definitely. I had an interview that day and it's literally the bane of my life. Like I still get slagged. My friends, like I moved in with, have found interview, so I won't be as bad as I was in that. But yeah, it was. It was obviously class. Like I was playing against folk that are like from being a wee girl, you're looking up to them like, oh Jesus Christ, they play for Glasgow City. So yeah, it was something special. And obviously, glad it was Accies. Glad that was who I made my debut with.
We did. I remember we had. So Elise had come in and trained with us a couple of weeks up for the 19s. She'd been doing really well at 19s, and we were like, "No, come in and train with the first team." And on the morning of the game, Elise was on the bench, and I think it was Rachel Ross picked up an injury in the warm up, and it was like, right, Elise, be calm, but you're starting it right back. And then we're trying to work out the team, and it ends up she's up against Hayley Lauder and Nick Dock. So
was it against City?
So at least spend 45 minutes up against these two because we barely, it was like a really good City side, so we were stuck on their 18-yard line. and yeah, at least made a debut against them. Did really, really well, and I think you were definitely chucked in the deep end.
Oh, 100%. I'd played in the morning as well. I remember it was like 4 each with Hearts in the morning, so I was literally like gubbed. And it was one of the ones you just expect to go up and you're just like, oh, sitting on the bench against Glasgow City, that's so good. And it was literally like, I think the warm-up was finished, and then they told me afterwards, they were like, nah, you're going to have to start. Something's happened to Rachel, and I was just like, all right then. All right.
After making your debut for Accies, you joined Celtic for a season or so, and you captained their under-19 side to a treble, I'm pretty sure. What was it like to kind of be a part of that, and obviously lifting trophies as well?
Yeah, it was, again, that was something special because I'd never won anything like ever before. Like even in all my youth career, like I'd played local football for like 6 years or something like that. So I'd never won anything, so it was really nice just to really get something, like some glory at the end of things. So I think I needed that time out to go and like play youth football for a wee bit longer, win some stuff, and captain. That was obviously a really good thing for me. I'm so loud, so it was probably the best thing for me.
You rejoined us this last summer now, if I'm correct, sorry. You've made 3 appearances this season. Like, how do you feel that you've done so far?
Yeah, relatively well. To be honest, with myself and my views, I definitely think I could go on to do better things, hopefully. I think it's just finding that run of form and stuff like that, and hopefully paving my way into the team. But yeah, it's a really good group, and now like I get along with everybody so well. It was a no-brainer for me just to join Accies. Like we knew each other before, like me, Darcey, Nicole, and stuff like that, but we never like spoke or like played in a team together. So it was good just to get in and really get friends straight away in a team. So I'm really enjoying it, to be fair.
You're also the youngest member of the squad, I believe, at just 18. How do you how much are you learning from the older players in the team, such as obviously like Dion and Amy Anderson, stuff like that? I've got a lot of caps to their name at Accies.
Learning loads. It's something that I've never played with anyone that much older than me, obviously since I was at Accies the first time. So it's really good. They're more game aware and stuff like that than me, and they're used to playing against like the likes of people that played for Glasgow City and stuff like that week in, week out. So I'm learning a lot from them. Not even just on the park, off the park as well. I'm learning that I need to work hard, really work hard. So I'm really enjoying it, really learning a lot from everybody.
Right. So just moving on to you, Nicole. I'm pretty sure you came through the ranks at Celtic. So what was that like?
Yeah, it was good. I was there from when I was like literally 9 until I don't even know when I left. When was it, Darcey? Like when I was like 20 or something? I don't know.
I think so. What was the start of last year, wasn't it? No, like the year before, 2020, it was 2019, I think.
So like
2019 you signed for them.
I was there for ages. Like it was quite hard to leave because it's kind of just all you know. Like if you've been there since you were 9, you just kind of moved your way up the teams. It's just all you're used to, really.
You were also part of the first team at Celtic for a little bit as well, I'm pretty sure. What was it like playing alongside some of the best players in the country?
No, so hard, honestly. Like every training session was just so difficult. Like actually, every training session I was just like, why am I here? Like they're so good. Darcey will know that I used to come out of training times but like, mate, honestly, like, see, like Natalie, like honestly, nicest person ever, but she's so difficult to play against. Like, oh, I can only imagine what it's like. I actually look at them now and I'm like, if I thought that was hard then, like God knows what it's like now, because they're obviously even better than what they were. But nah, they were brilliant. I like learned so much, honestly. Like just like stupid things. Like you would take so long on the ball. Like at the development team, I would like just hold on to the ball for ages. We'll have a wee look about like who am I going to pass to. Or at the first team, it was just like boom, boom, boom. Like if you took an extra second, you lost it, and everybody's going after nut at you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it was so hard, but like it was brilliant at the same time.
I also believe that you've played for Scotland under 19s alongside K-Mac. What is your memories like from that? And obviously I'd imagine it's another proud moment for yourself.
Yeah, it's something that I like was so surprised. Like I honestly never thought I would do it. I remember like when I found out, like Jamie, my friend, was phoning me, like, Nicole, you've been picked for this 19s camp, and I think I was playing a development team at the time, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't even getting a game. Like I don't think I was, but and Jamie Lee was phoning me saying, you've been picked for this camp, and I was like, she's actually bamming me up. I was like, this is a pure sick joke. Like, I was pure, like, she kept phoning me, and then McDonald's FaceTimed me, and I was like, they're actually together bamming me up right now. Like, I was absolutely fuming, and I was going, it would be Nicole Carter, and like, she plays for St Johnstone, I think. And I was like, they're actual pure terrible people doing this to me, like actual pure winding up. And then I was on the list. I mean, I still don't know to this day how I got on that list for the camp, but I actually played well good when I was there, and then that was me. So yeah, so that I was so surprised. Something I never thought I would ever do. Like, I was in the camps when I was like 15s and 16s, but then that was it. And then when I was like 18, that happened. So yeah.
Bobby's telling me that you're always forgetting your player tech vest as well. What's the reason behind that?
I'm not going to say in case my mum watches this and then she'll be raging at me. But, like, the washing rotation in my house is very you know what I'm saying. I need to block her from the Twitter so she can't see. Otherwise, I'll be doing it all on washing.
The thing is, like, on the player tech, like, for a brief moment, Nicole was the fastest sprinter. MD's overtaking you again, but think of all the times
what?
You've not brought your best, so you could have been absolutely flying, but you've lost your top spot. You'll need to remember and tell your mum to do the washing.
See, to be fair, before lockdown again, I was doing well. Like that week that we were
But I was bringing it.
That 1 week.
I was bringing it.
That 1 week of bringing it.
I'd done a lot better. I'd literally bringing it all the time. It's good.
On your shell hen.
We'll get going here, and then obviously lockdown happened.
So just moving on to you, Darcey. You joined Accies last year from Celtic as well. How have you enjoyed your time at Accies so far?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it because I was playing like development football for like quite a long time when I was with Celtic. I like never managed to push into the first team at Celtic, so it was good to obviously come to Accies and start getting like first team football and playing at that higher level. So I've really been enjoying it so far. It's just annoying, obviously. Like I joined. Like, I started training with them 2019 Christmas, and then obviously all this year's just been so on and off with like lockdown and stuff like that. But when we have been playing it has been really enjoyable, and it's like a really, really good group of girls as well. Like everyone in the team's friends with each other, like it's not cliquey or anything like that, so it's really good.
When you were playing for Celtic, you won the league and the League Cup, like the Reserve League Cup, I think it might be, I'm not sure, but what was that like?
Yeah, that was really good because we had got to the cup final the league before that. Me and Nicole were in the same team that year. No, we actually won it that year, didn't we?
No,
yeah,
not.
No, we did. No, we won. Yeah. We won it. No, sorry, Nicole was the captain, and we did win it because we got a penalty. There was never a penalty. We were playing Hibs, and there was like a handball in the box, but it was never a handball. And we got a penalty, and we won.
He's back or something like that. In the last
game. And I don't know how we got a penalty, but we won that. And then, but it was because it was the year before that. Like we were all hyped up to go to the cup final. We were playing Cumbernauld Colts, and we get beat. And the last like 7 minutes or something. Actually, was so destroying. But and then we won. I won it again on my last season with Celtic against Renfrew. Yeah.
No, I was Renfrew.
But the only time I ever won the league with Celtic was the very first year that I was there. Nicole, you were there again, I think.
I was in Celtic legend.
You were there when we played. We were playing. It was under 15s. We played Glasgow City on bonfire night, and we were in the middle of Milton, like in the middle of a scheme, and there was like bonfires like actual everywhere, and there was hundreds of fireworks going off, like an actual war zone. But we'd always get beat like quite badly off of Glasgow City, and we won that night to win the league, and that's probably one of my best football memories, I'd say.
You've played 8 games this season and you've got 4 assists, which is the 3rd highest in the squad. Is that kind of a part of a game that you feel that's particularly strong?
Well, I don't know. Like, my dad, like, when I was young, my dad literally used to say to me, "All you need to do is get to the byline and put balls in the box." Like, he just used to say that to me, just as long as you get to the byline. So, I don't even think I've got to the byline once. I think I've just been playing balls over the top. But
you got to. Do you know? Remember we were playing this game against Stirling a few weeks ago?
Oh, what a ball!
Well, the one you went through to the byline and thought, "Nah, I'm just having this," and hit the bar.
Oh no, that was against
Stirling at
home. It was the first Stirling game.
Because in the second half, I think we were 2-0 up. You went through, and you did it again and smashed it into the side net because Gary was going mental.
Aye, Gary was going mental. I tried to shoot, but I still don't even know if he was shouting across like the goalkeeper or cross it.
No.
I don't. But whatever I didn't do the right thing. But yeah, I suppose it's sorry, what were you going to say, Bobby?
See, you've become like I first saw Darcey properly in the League Cup final she was talking about against Renfrew. I think he's absolutely battered them.
I think it was like 6-0 or something.
Yeah, but like Darcey like stuck it like a sore thumb, like because Gary was asking who was the best players, and I was like this player and Darcey Malloy, the two that stuck out. So we've been kind of tracking her for about 6 months anyway about getting her in. So, but obviously he played in kind of midfield in that team.
I played my coach at the time. Like, I've been some coaches see me as a right back, some coaches see me as a centre mid. It's been a pure problem for ages. But the coach that I had at the time at Celtic did not see me as a right back at all. So I was playing centre mid that night in the cup final.
So she came in and first, obviously the sort of the season that never was now, like kind of was in and it came make a couple of subs appearances, but then when obviously Nina moved on and we kind of thought, right, you tend to play on that side of the pitch, we'll try Darcey in there, so she's never looked back, and you've definitely perfected the clip into the centre forward because we've scored a couple of goals off that. Dion scored one, I think Josie scored one, so yeah, very good.
Yep, so what we've kind of found out here is that you've all played with Celtic at some point, so what was it that made you want to move to Accies, and what do you hope to achieve with your time at the club?
Well, I played with Accies, I started at Accies, so I played there when I was really young for a while, and I live in Hamilton, it's my local team, so it's kind of nice to be back, and it's good to be playing, as I said at the start, it's good to be playing a higher level of football, so.
I went from Accies to Celtic originally, so I think when I decided to leave Celtic, it was a no-brainer really. I did think about other places and stuff like that, and I went in and trained with a few people, but the only place that I felt, literally I said to Darcey and Nicole, one of the first nights I'd ever met them, I was like, the only place I did feel comfortable and wanted to be was Accies, so it was a no-brainer for me really.
I just obviously I've literally never heard bad things about Accies. One of my friends played for them before. She absolutely loved it. Couldn't speak more highly of them. And I've obviously had all the coaches before. I had Gary regionals for years, and Fiona was at Celtic, and obviously I knew Bobby well as well. So it's kind of the same as what Elise was saying. It was kind of an easy decision in that respect.
Yep. So just moving on to the quickfire questions. The first one I've got here is about the best goal that you've ever scored. If you want to make it the best goal you've contributed to or something like that, whatever.
The goal that I scored the actual goal wasn't a screamer, but it was the first goal in the cup final when we played Renfrew. It was the goal to make it 1-0, and it was a really class feeling. I remember my boyfriend's mum was actually greeting and everything in the stands. But yes, that's probably my favourite goal.
Mine will probably be when I played for Celtic. I don't know how. I used to score all the time. I've literally no idea how. But I think mine would probably be. We used to play Aberdeen. It used to be the only team in the league that was a tough challenge. It just was it was always us in Aberdeen, and they'd came down. It was I think we're neck and neck, and we was 3 games left in the season, and it was always nothing each or one each and stuff like that. It was all pure one of the games that's so annoying. And I scored from a corner to make it 2-1, I think. And it was just one of the ones. I remember my dad just been looking at me oh my God, have you just done that? And I was I don't know how, but probably that.
I would probably say it wasn't really an important goal, but I remember at 20s I always got played left mid, and I was really trying to work on cutting in and kind of shooting into the top right hand corner. I was doing this at training at first team every Thursday night. I was staying behind and doing this, and then at 20s we were playing Cumbernauld Colts, and it was it was 6-0 or something. It wasn't an important goal at all, but it literally just curled in and went top corner, and I was oh my God, because I was working on it for 3 months, and that was the first time that I'd managed to do it in a game. So I'm going to say that one.
What's your proudest moment in football?
Probably playing for Scotland. I actually played against England with Scotland, so that's probably my favourite.
Mine would probably be winning Scottish Cup. That's just something I always wanted to do, so I was buzzing with that.
I'd probably say the same as Darcey, or even just making it to first team at Celtic, like either that or the Scotland cap thing.
Who's the toughest player that you've played against?
Sarah Ewens and Kiva Keenan at the same time 2 weeks ago when we played Celtic.
This is honestly.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the exact same thing.
I just looked up and I thought, well, how do I'm just going to fall to the ground and kid on that I'm injured because I can't do this. It was a friendly as well, didn't even mean it. I was like, I just don't want to get rinsed.
Natalie Ross, like I honestly think it's an absolute joke that she's not getting picked for Scotland's like national team. Her and Lisa Robertson.
Didn't we say that Ewens? She doesn't get picked for Scotland.
I say that is actually a good point as well, but I'd say Natalie Ross. She's honestly just.
She is good. So is Lisa Robertson.
Lisa Robertson's really good as well. Really good.
I like Natalie's a good player, but I really like Lisa. I think she's when she was in that Hibs team, we spoke about that Hibs team in a couple of other calls, and like they were class, and she was
they were. She was kind of running that team.
In that team, they were a really good side.
Even when we played that friendly a few weeks ago, she was like she's
so good.
And I was like, how? Like,
just, I know.
The two of them, they've got a really. Lisa and Natalie have got a really nice balance as well because they're older players and they've got loads of experience. They really understand when to go, when to sit, and they're a good partnership when it comes to the midfields in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best team you played against?
I'd probably say when I was at 19s, I went on against Italy, and I was honestly scared to hold on to the ball for longer than like a second because they were just.
Was that the game at the Orium?
Yeah.
Eartha Cummins had the game of her life in goals. She was brilliant for us.
I know we actually played quite good.
They were good that Italy side.
We scored the goal early on, or was that Czech Republic? Remember there was like a goal that they scored like in the first minute from kickoff.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think it was that game actually. But they were so good. Like I remember when I was getting put on, I was like, oh no, you know that way one of the ones you're actually more nervous than you are excited because I was like, watching it for like 60 minutes and they looked so good, and then when I was on they were just so quick. I was like just watching the ball getting pinged about, so I'd say them.
I'd probably say Spain. I played Spain when we were in Portugal, and like I had actual Factor 50 sun cream running in my eyes, and like they were just running about with their headbands and their afros, and I was just like, no, their afros, like their curly hair, like in their buns and their headbands, and they were just actual so quick, and I was just like, no. It was horrendous. They were actually so fast, so fit, so strong. Like we couldn't get near them. They scored about 4 goals within about 20 minutes.
But it was the sun cream.
It was the sun cream running in my eyes. It was they were. I just remember them all being so tall, tanned, like fit, athletic, looking like just. It was just. No. It was a dream. That's what it was.
not pale ginger for Hamilton.
No, like sweating buckets, like actual. My hair was like stuck to me, but they just had these lovely headbands on with their hair and a nice bun, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I remember that. I was at actual get so burnt as well. It was just the full experience was just horrendous.
What's your most embarrassing moment in football? We've had a couple of toppers already, so I'm looking forward to see if you can beat it.
See, when I wonder if Fiona remembers this actually, right? See, when I was at 20s, we were playing Darcey. I don't know if you must have been in this team. We were playing. It was a year we had Barry, and then Fiona took over for the last
I was in that team.
6 games or something, right? So we had to beat Cumbernauld Colts. I don't know if it was to win or to come second. And we were at K Park, and I was playing up front because we had no striker, and I was clean through. There was nobody near me. It was me and the keeper. And I don't know why. I was I'm sure I heard a whistle, right? I'm so sure. Still to this day, do you know what I'm talking about, Darcey? I'm sure I heard a whistle, right? So I just put my foot in the ball, thinking I'm offside because I'm miles away from all the defenders. Put my foot in the ball, turn around, and then just roll it to the goalie. There you go, to take the free kick. And then everybody's like, what are you actually doing? Fiona's going off her nut in the sideline, full team going mental. I was like, the whistle just went. And they were like, no, it never. And I still to this day, there was a whistle in my head. I don't know what happened, but
As if I'd seen it from everybody else's point of view, you just like running through the ball, turning round, giving it to the goalie, like no other sounds. Like,
but must have looked ridiculous. And then we drew 0-0, and I'm pretty sure lost the league because of that game. So there you go. There's an embarrassing moment for you.
I one time get put on the pitch for 10 seconds, which was pretty embarrassing for my self-esteem.
When was that?
Maybe not for anybody else. That same season, because that coach actually hated me. It wasn't even like for time waste. I don't even know what it was. I think it was just to shame me. He put me on the pitch for 10 seconds. So he basically put me on left mid, which position I don't play, and the subs were standing on the right-hand side. So basically put me on and I ran across. And then the ref was like, right, on you go, and the girl took the throw in and they blew the whistle at the end of the game, and I was just like, okay.
I think mine is probably just playing. When I played for Rangers, I played a full season at left wing. I don't know what it was all. I literally do not know what it's all about. I was like so much younger than everybody else, to be fair, and I think I was one of the only ones that would do the running. So I just used to play left, but I've literally got no idea why. I think about it all the time now, like why, like literally. But my first game, I remember going on, and I was literally like so nervous. Like I can't even describe it. I was so nervous, and I remember falling in front of everybody, and I didn't know anyone, and they all laughed at me. And I can't take public embarrassment. I literally wanted to die, like proper wanted to die. It was so bad. But other than that, just probably playing left wing and thinking about everybody watching me play left wing, like. That wee lassie doesn't know what she's doing. Why is she playing on the wing? One of the ones probably.
Is that more embarrassing than your interview after Glasgow City though?
Nah. That's probably my most embarrassing one. Actually, I literally was like, because I say really, or something like that. I say really like 6 times in a row in the video, and I remember going into the bench after. It was like the day after the interview went out, and it was all the 20s were sitting in. The changing room, they all just burst out laughing, and I was like, "Oh my god, no! Like actual no!" I'm really positive. Honestly, it was so bad. It is.
What annoys you most about football, and if you could change one thing, what would you change?
Blind linesmen. Say you're offside all the time.
Hey, biased referees. Oh my god.
We're getting the good news is we're getting so from when the games start back, we're getting category. I think it's category 3 referees who referee like League 1 and League 2 and the SPFL. So we're getting much better referees. So fixed it for you, aye. There you go.
That's good.
That's
actually good.
Playing in the rain, I hate rain. So that's probably literally like.
That's because your tan runs in it.
Aye, that's what it is. I'm not even joking though. And then you're not allowed to have your hood up and all that. Like literally, just the thought of that makes me feel sick.
So folk who maybe don't know, like the rule is no hoods at training.
Yeah, I didn't.
No hoods.
No hoods at training.
No hoods at training.
I keep my hair dry.
As soon as the ball's rolling, no hoods. But I thought 4 o'clock kickoffs would be good for you, Nicole, because you're late for everything. So
you're still late for them and all.
One time I had a flat tyre. That was it.
2 times.
I had to got me a pump now, so that won't happen again.
So everything's and a high-vis vest.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm ready to go. I did not know what that was for. I still feel really bad about that. That was pretty funny. That was definitely one of my most embarrassing moments, actually.
You and Gary getting each other for Secret Santa.
And then me banging on about I don't know.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
Sorry, Gary, if you watch this.
No, do you know what's the most annoying? Bobby putting up ugly pictures on Twitter.
That is the most annoying thing about women's football. You can't look good when you're playing, and the photos just get posted everywhere because nobody else realises how bad it is. Like the photo of me that gets posted whenever it's something to do with me, this left side of my face is just like down the way. It actually looks like I'm in the middle of having a stroke.
Like I was like always lie and say that you look good, Darcey, but that picture.
I know, like you can get away with certain amounts. Like you're like, oh no, like you look fine, like you look fine, but like Nicole was just like, no, that is awful. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
It's me. I'm blaming I'll just fix the photos and like, there you go.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Who's the loudest and most buzzed up teammate? Ellie Kane seems to get mentioned in every single episode, so I won't be surprised to hear her name again.
I probably agree with that, Ellie. She's pretty. She's actually really funny.
Well,
Or Quinny. Quinny.
Oh yeah, Quinny's quite outgoing as well, yeah.
I pure think it's Nicole. I watched these and everyone was like, yeah, Ellie, but I literally think it's Nicole. I genuinely, everyone was like, I was speaking to Ellie about it and I was like, I don't think you're that mental. I think Nicole is the most mental in the team, 100%.
Nicole is
easy.
pretty, it's not even so much that like you're loud, like you just talk a lot. The volume. Not
That's a good or a bad thing.
no, it's good because you always run about with a big smile on your face and make everybody happy.
just the last question is, what is your plans for after football? Obviously, you're all quite young still, so you must have quite a lot of plans for after you finish playing, which is probably a while away yet.
My course is in physiotherapy, so I'm hoping to be a physiotherapist, and maybe I'll be able to be a physiotherapist in like with a football club. That is the dream, but I don't know if I'll get that far. But I hope. One can hope.
I want to be a teacher abroad eventually. I want to do my placement year here, no, my probation year here, and then go abroad. Hope that's it. That's literally all I've got in my mind is I want to go somewhere warm and live somewhere warm, so I don't need to fake tan anymore.
I was going to say, you can get a natural tan.
Get a real tan. Don't need what the sunbeds are that neither. Just a real tan. That's all I ask for.
That's the real dream. It's nothing to do with the teaching. It's just the tan.
I don't even want to be a teacher. I literally don't even want to be a teacher, but I'll just do it so I can go abroad.
I'm in my probation year, so hopefully I'll still be a teacher. But I mean, I'm applying for jobs right now and I can't get one. So ask me again in 5 months' time now. But hopefully, yeah, just still teaching. Hopefully, maybe abroad with Elise, who knows? But I don't plan. So
I just could go to Dubai. I tell you should get a nice.
Dubai's where I want to go.
I'm at the point where I'm looking at applying for Dubai jobs. Like that's how bad it's going. So.
Right, so thanks to Elise, Darcey and Nicole for coming on today. Please stay safe and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.